Hi, we're back. In a few minutes, we'll rejoin Phil on his Australian walkabout. But now we leave the ground for a definite aerial adventure. We're about to meet a man who spent more time upside down on a hang glider than anyone in the world.
Ready for a little freestyle.
If the sport of hang gliding had superstars, John Heiney would be one of them. Among the things which set him apart from other pilots is this. John Heiney set the world record for the most consecutive loops in flight at 52 in 1988. But freestyle is just one element of John's flying career that began with a longing to be in the air.
I've always been interested in flying, but most of my life I thought it was out of my reach. Airplanes are too expensive. But when I saw people flying these things, obviously a lower cost aircraft, it opened up a whole new world for me. And when I started doing freestyle, it was still a fairly new thing. Very few people. It's actually still very few people do it, but it's something that's obviously fun and becoming more popular. But I did start freestyle back when it was pretty unusual.
Anxious to bring the beauty and the thrill of hang gliding to a wider audience, John developed his skills as a photographer and filmmaker. His work has graced the covers of magazines and has been featured in numerous films and documentaries.
I do feel that I'm a bit of an artist type. I like to make a photograph that is aesthetically appealing as possible, but also I'm interested in showing people what it's like, and hang gliding is a great thing to do. It has its risks, obviously, but it's no greater risk than any other kind of activity where you're in motion and there are things to run into. And so I want people to know that through my photography that hang gliding is fun, and it's also something that they can do safely. Not sure what a great hang glider pilot is, but what I have is a great enthusiasm for hang gliding and also enthusiasm for the photography and enthusiasm for building gliders, coming up with new ideas, making them better, and I also very much enjoy seeing new people get into the sport and to see the kind of enthusiasm that you read on the face of someone who takes their first flight a few inches off the ground for a few seconds. I still remember my first flight, and it was one of the great experiences of my life to take that first short flight on a training hill.